Hey, what's up? It's your homegirl Jimena out here, Freeway Radio in the city of Santa Ana, tapping into the talent. A good homie of mine, KAPRI, and I'm so excited to take you guys with me. Come on, let's get started.
I'm on a 15th floor, trying to aim away the rim. I just ran through your catalog, you know I had a scheme.
Once again, Santa Ana in the building. My good homie KAPRI, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're here in downtown Santa Ana,
Okay.
hometown,
Ooh.
in the city.
Yes.
You already know how we pop it, you know?
Okay. And for the people that don't know you, please introduce yourself.
Santa Ana rapper, KAPRI. You know, we just been putting on for the city, dropping consistently. You guys need to tap in, up and coming, you know? So, yeah.
Okay, so we're in your city right now. Can you tell us where we're at exactly? Because I'm from Anaheim. I do rep Orange County, obviously. But Santa Ana, Anaheim, two different cities. Where we at right now?
We're right here in downtown Santa Ana. You got the Yost behind us. That's a staple right here in Santa Ana. We're on 4th Street, so we're in the back of 4th Street right now. You got all the Santa Ana fucking graffiti art, you know, so just had to bring you to a spot that's close to everybody's heart in Santa Ana, you know, so everybody knows it. It's a staple. If you've been here, you know this area and specifically, so that's where we're at.
Pretty dope. I like the vibe. Feels like summer too.
Yeah.
And you getting ready for summer. Well, first of all, honestly, KAPRI, I think you're one of the most consistent rappers, artists that I follow. Like every week, literally today, homie dropped. And I'm sure you're working on the other drop. We're probably like 2 days away. How do you stay motivated, bro? Let the people know. How do you stay motivated? Because shit gets hard, but how do you stay motivated?
Honestly, it's just having a team behind me, you know, like having fucking Steven, Fort Wool, all these people behind me just feeding me ideas, feeding me, like, you know, certain videos we should do. We should go here, we should go there. Like, let's get in the studio. Like, new studios to me is, like, very inspiring because just, like, it's a different atmosphere, you know? And honestly, just pushing out different stuff that we're not used to, you know? Obviously, if you keep doing if you just keep doing repetitive shit, it's gonna get like it's gonna get old, you know. It's gonna get like a habit. So finding new things and obviously having a team helps a lot because they're going through their own journey, you know, and then they just tell me, hey, we should do this, we should do that, you know. So it helps a lot. So I think that's how I stay consistent, and that fire in me, it just never dies, you know. I just want more, you know, and my family depending on me, so I need it. I need it. So
I love that you said family because you're very family orientated. Talk about like growing up in Santa Ana with your family. Like talk about your childhood a little bit.
honestly, my childhood, it was cool, you know. We bounced around a lot. So, I mean, we did live in Santa Ana, but we lived in Garden Grove, Anaheim. We lived everywhere, you know. But my heart was always in Santa Ana because my brother was here, my grandma was here, my uncles are here. My uncle he works at the Santa Ana swap meet. My other uncle works for the one on 17th, which is like an indoor swap meet. And, you know, sadly, my brother passed away in these streets. So Santa Ana's always held this like a really important like piece of me, you know. So, you know, it's cool, and I feel like just running Santa Ana to me, it's always been inspiring. So that, you know, just even like I said, like the graffiti or like this vinyl shop right here, or like anything that happened to me, it was growing up here it was dope as fuck, you know.
I love that you put on for Santa Ana.
Yeah.
You know, there's not too many rappers, artists, people that make it out of Orange County in general. So when I heard you, shout out Alizé. I always gotta shout out Alizé. Yes, his cousin, somebody I went to high school with. She said, check up KAPRI, his music, you know. And I tapped in and I said, okay, bro, is high key fire. Okay, you're putting on for the West Coast, and you know people have their lanes, people have their avenues on the genres they go for, subgenres. But for you, you put up for the West Coast. Now let's talk about like why West Coast. Obviously, we're from out here, but the West Coast rap. You know what I'm saying? Like how does it feel to be considered a West Coast rapper?
It's good. I mean, it feels good. You know, you put on for the city, you put on for the coast, you put on for, you know, everybody on the west side. So it's definitely good, you know, and seeing these other rappers like do their thing, you know. But my thing is like I gotta push the masses, you know. I gotta push to the East Coast. I gotta, take
like
the
that.
West Coast. The West Coast is cool, you know. But like, someone like you or someone like me, like someone that has that ambition, it's just like I'm trying to push it to the East Coast.
Yep.
I'm trying to push it to Europe. I'm trying to push it to Japan. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. We're talking
like
worldwide.
worldwide
Yep.
countries. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do. But it's cool, you know.
Right.
I love the West Coast feel. You know,
Yeah.
I love the party scenes. I love the whole fucking,
That West
the
Coast
music, the
bounce,
West Coast bounce.
man.
Like that to
Same.
me is like that's everything, you know. So
Yeah.
it's inspiring too, you
Yeah.
know.
At
So,
what
yeah.
at what point did music enter your life, and how did you decide to become an artist and a rapper?
Honestly, music for me was implemented as a kid. My brother, my older brother really put me on and was like, and and my older brother really put me on with like his little Walkman. You know, he would burn
Okay.
CDs and shit. So
Ooh,
he would
yes.
put me on, and I would kind of go through his like his CDs and like throw them in the Walkman, the little CD player, and it was cool.
Dang.
Like
Throwback.
it was like Tupac.
Yep.
You had your Tupac, you had Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
East Siders, like you had Ja Rule, you had fucking Ashanti. My sister was like Ashanti, all the R&B shit. My
Okay.
brother was putting me onto the rap, but
Right.
and
Same.
then I was like, like cuz I was, I'm light skinned, I'm white, so they would always compare me to like Eminem and shit. So then I
Yeah.
was like, fuck, let me hear Eminem. So then I started getting into that, and then that just led to more things, and like
Yeah.
that's where music to me was just implemented at such a young age
Yeah.
that like I fell in love with it. I knew I wanted to do something with music,
So
and
when did you hop in the booth and make a song? And what was the first song? You remember the first song you made?
yeah, my first song was a diss track actually.
No way.
Yeah, it
to
was a diss
who?
track. It was a
You gotta say the name, but like.
Nah, it was a diss track. It was
Okay,
it was
okay.
it was a diss track in high school and shit. But we were
Oh,
fucking
so you were in high
around.
school.
Yeah, it was in high school,
Okay.
and but ever since then I just been like, fuck it, I'm gonna just keep doing it, And then one thing led to another, one song led to another song, and then song led to a mixtape, and mixtape led to more mixtapes and shit. I'm here,
Yeah.
So a million, two, actually more, 3 million streams later, like it's just
Dang,
it's
wait,
good.
run that back real quick.
Yeah.
You said how many streams?
3 million streams all time,
Independent.
independently.
But let's talk about real quick.
Ceaseless.
Ceaseless.
Yup,
This
that's
is
my
your-
brand.
Talk about that.
Everything to me is like ceaseless. So what ceaseless means is never ending, never stopping. That
That's
that stuck with me. My boy 80, he was like, man, I think you should name that because like looking at you, look at what you got going on, and like that's you. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm gonna do a brand, and then we just attach everything. So all my shows, it's like Ceaseless Presents, because it's like everything is, like you said, the consistency's there.
Yeah.
I'm never stopping.
Yeah.
Either it's an event with like I've done like coffee with Pre, or I've done like I paid for, I don't know if you've seen Alizé's thing. I paid for some nails. So
That is cool. You.
so it's just like
man,
everything
you
is just
lead.
like events and shit,
When's your birthday?
June 8th.
June 8th. Gemini.
Yeah. Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah.
I had to ask. I had to put certain
Yeah.
characteristics to the person.
Yeah.
And you're super, like, you cook 24/7
Yeah.
because, yes, like, he did pay for somebody's nails. Or you're about
Yeah.
to pay for somebody's
Nah, I already did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you already paid for
Yeah.
somebody's nails. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta tap in.
Yeah.
Come
So,
on.
You see Soleil's face when you said Gemini.
Yes. Oh, that's his girl. Shout out his girl. I love Soleil. I love Soleil so much. You got yourself a wifey for real. But
Facts.
we're talking about the music. When you create your songs, you come from real life experiences.
Yep.
We're talking pain. We're talking pleasure. We're talking everything because I have obviously been tapping into your music for a very long time. You do talk to the ladies, but you also talk from real life shit, pain. And if there had to be a song that represented you the most, which one would it be?
That's easy. That's Vidal. That's my last name.
Okay.
We released that in November, and it just talks about everything from fucking just me and my mom's relationship to me and my dad's relationship to me and my brothers and sisters like relationship, and how me and Caesar, my second oldest brother, he we were tight, we were locked in. So it just talks about that relationship, and then it just like I storytell that one, and that one took me a minute to finish, but when I finished it, like it's one of those songs that I could always listen to. Cause then as an artist, you kind of just like oh fuck it, it's gone. Like let's do the next one, you know. But that one just sticks with me every single time. Exactly. So Vidal is one of those where if you want to know Capri, go back, listen to that one. That's gonna show you everything, you know.
Okay. So last summer, you dropped Diamonds Off Section 8, and I was right there for the release party, right? And it was super dope. I love to see your family, your friends show out for you. You have such a dope camp too behind you, like people that support you, and you can't buy that shit anywhere, right? And Diamonds Off Section 8, I'm a Section 8 baby myself, but can you break down the title?
Honestly, shit, like we grew up, on assisted living, and to many people that like that fucks with your head, So especially having a mom like I did, she kept telling me like, you're good, you got it, like you do this, do this, do this, like, and kept hyping me up. That's how I knew I was a diamond, like we were all diamonds, all my brothers and sisters, we all got it, and we could all make it, and it doesn't matter where we come from, if we came from off Section 8 or we came off the fucking biggest crib, like we were always gonna make it, at the end of the day, like,
I like that.
so that's why I named it that. So
Okay. Do you feel that album was an introduction, or was it you explaining yourself? Because that is your only album, correct? Okay.
So it's actually, it's like my only album actually, and to me, like, that was like an introduction to what I wanted to do,
Okay.
and like where I wanted to push my artistry, and I didn't want to be like a rapper that's like, oh, ass shaking in the club, like I wanted people to resonate with that shit, because I didn't want to be like no, a one-hit wonder, I want people to stick around, listen. I want my songs to resonate with them, and they could feel it, they could feel the pain. So that was one thing.
Nah, you could definitely feel the pain, and I want to talk about War, which is on that album, right? Because that intro hit different, bro. You used a real moment with your brother. And that, to me, that takes a lot of courage, because a lot of people don't like to talk about the losses, when they lose somebody close to them. But that song, War, is probably one of my favorites off that album. Can you talk about that album real quick? Well, that song specifically.
Yeah, honestly, we were in the studio in Hollywood Hills, and when I made that song, like I started with just the intro, and I was locked in with my engineer at the time. His name was Obi, and I cried during that session, because it was like one of those I still to this day, fucking 9 years later, that's one of my biggest losses in life, and I'll never forget. So, we went in the studio. We used one of the actual, like the news clip from that, from when my brother passed on Telemundo, and shit, we made it work, and that's also one of those songs that like I take, and I'll never forget. It just always resonates with me, and I can listen to it fucking 2 years later, and that shit it hits different.
You feel like it was a tribute for your brother?
Yeah.
You feel like it kind of healed you, and not healed you, right? Because that's pain we never heal from. But do you feel like in a way you were using the song to heal?
Yeah, nah, I was definitely like, it did heal something that like I always wanted to heal, was just put it out there, because I never wanted to tell people about it.
Right.
And when I did, it felt like it felt just like 100 like fucking pounds off my back,
Yeah.
And it was something that was dope for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I always resonate with that song, and I love that song to this day. So
I like that song too. My favorite song, honestly, right now, if I had to choose, Temperature. That song go crazy, bro. When I'm in the gym, I'm not kidding you. That's the song that's in my gym playlist.
Yeah.
That shit goes crazy. Can you tell us like who produced it? Like what was you might not even because what you just said earlier, right? Like to you just go through the songs, but that one, like I want you to break down that one. Like who produced it?
That one was produced by Fort Woe, actually.
Okay,
that's my main guy right there, like that's he produced it. And we did a sample, so that's like the Mimosa 2000 sample, which is like going viral on TikTok at the time.
Yeah.
So I told him, I'm like, hey, bro, we need to sample it, and I actually walked into the studio and he already had a sample, so I was
No
like, bro,
way.
and it was supposed to be for someone else. So I was
Okay.
like, hey, bro, I need that beat, and he's
Yeah.
like, fuck it, jump on it. So I made the song, and he was like, yup, it's good. And then me and Steven, we shot the video to it, and
Okay.
it was just viral, you know.
It
Like,
was
it was
viral.
cool. It was
yeah,
cool.
and right there,
So
I feel like you kind of talk to the ladies in a way.
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, facts.
You know, I like when artists do that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So tell me, what's your reason? Like, why you gotta talk to the ladies? Like, what's
Uh,
your reason?
It's just we're on the West Coast, you know. Like I use some of that inspiration I got from other artists,
Yep.
and just like fuck it. This is something that go up in the clubs. This is something
Yep.
that can go up like in the gym, you know. This is something that a girl could post to, you know. And at the end of the day, girls buy records, you know. And that's the thing is that like
to actually pull up and show out. For
exactly. You guys are the ones spending money because every
Yes.
time I see somebody at a show, it's like the guys are in the back, the girls are in the front, the girls are doing this like.
First ones to support you.
Exactly.
man.
So you
I like
gotta
that.
you gotta make some records for the ladies, you know,
For the
and
ladies,
that
part.
Temperature was one of them that I felt like could have got higher, but shit, you know,
We still
little by
pushing it.
little, little by
still
little, we're
pushing it.
pushing it on the
Yeah.
reels
Yeah.
and doing different shit. So
Absolutely.
yeah, more content coming for that shit,
Yes,
you know.
yeah. Now you be on your content. You're on TikTok too?
Yeah.
What's your TikTok?
Official. No, actually, it's X Capri. I just changed it. I just changed my username.
Yeah, I'm trying to hop on my TikTok wave. So if y'all see my TikTok, y'all better make sure y'all follow me, tap in, do everything. You already know Freeway Radio 2. We out here. We're tapping into the culture, the movement, the music, todo eso. My homie Capri. You know, we go keep the shit moving.